Let us begin as we usually do. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhirilitam kalmashapaham Sravana mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi grinanti e Bhurida janaha. On 22nd July, we were reading Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He is giving emphasis on the holy name of God. This Diksha, this idea is very prominent in Tantra. And there in the Tantra, they give a lot of name of God and goddesses. But the Diksha in Vedanta, it is only inspiration. They will guide you, they will tell you the truth, and then they will inspire you, because you have to go on discriminating and you have to proceed in your spiritual path. But Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling the easiest way to take the name of God, repeat the name of God again and again, because that will help. He is telling the name of God has very great sanctity. Ishare Name Bhari Mahatma. Mahatma means it is a just mystic thing, mystical thing. If you are going on repeating the name of God, you may not understand in the beginning, but slowly, slowly, whole mind will be purified just by taking the name of God. And we were quoting from the Bhagavat, we were quoting from different scriptures, Vishnu Puran, etc. The last time we were quoting from the different scriptures, how they are supporting this. Then he mentioned why there are different type of people, because of the gunas. There is a unique way they have discovered the quality of human being. The men are apparently they are all same qualities, same looking. But when you mix with them, talk with them, stay with them, you can understand the differences. You can understand the difference. Why? Because of the thinking capacity. Different people think in different way. But why they think in different way? There were two sons of a king, and he said to both of them, you have graduated from your gurus from the school. Now only one thing I want to know from you. Here is a room, fill it up, and how you will fill it up, that is up to you. Then that one boy, he went and purchased a lot of hay from all around the area and brought all those hay, filled up the whole room with the hay. And he called his father, look, the room is full. It's okay. Then he called second son. What he will do? In the next room he went with his father and put a candle, lit it up, whole room was full with light. Room is full with light and full with unnecessary hay. Now you have to clean it up and all these things, and there is no use inside. So the thinking capacity. One servant, one person came and complained to his master, sir, you are paying this person who is constantly sitting over here and writing something, so much of money, so much of salary. I am working so hard. Day and night I am working, but I am not earning much. He said, is it? Okay, go over there. I have come to know a ship has come. Go and inquire about the ship. He went and said, oh yes, a ship has come and a very big ship, so many people. He said, from which country it has come and what are the merchandises they have brought? Oh, I didn't inquire. Just a minute. He ran again. Then he came after again. They said, it is coming from Italy and it is full with glasses and all. How much the cost, what total quantity of the glass, and in exchange of the glass what they are going to purchase, what are the things they will be purchasing. They are the businessmen. Oh, I didn't ask. He ran again and he broke. Like this, almost the whole day he ran up and down to complete the whole information. Then the king said, sit over here. Then asked that person who was sitting in the office, there is a ship, can you please inquire? He went, came within half an hour, and all the information, the name of the ship, who is the captain, what are the things they have brought, at what rate they are going to sell it, in exchange what are things they like to purchase, everything in one go. Then he said, this is called buddhi, and for that only I pay. So the buddhi yogam dadamaham, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is telling, how can I bless the devotee? I do not go and fight with him, I fight for him, for the devotee. I do not go and help, I only give the perfect intelligence. And this intelligence, how it comes? When a person have faith and believe. When Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling that if you take the name of God, then it is perfectly all right for you, it is perfect for me. You need not to worry about that. Since he said, I believe, I take the name. Only thing, I should not forget it. Go on repeating, repeating, repeating. Let us see. But this type of temperament never comes. Why? Because of three gunas, three qualities. That makes people different. Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is giving the all details about the Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasika. And this Sattvic, Tama is the worst, because is the traits of a person endowed with tamas, lethargy, lust, anger, egotism, etc. These are not good qualities for a human being. But among the devotees of God also, the same thing, three different type of devotees are there. And there is a tamasic devotee, but very peculiarly, very specially, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is appreciating the tamasic devotee. Tamasic devotee, the tamas, it has only that quality, I should get, I should achieve, I should have, that tremendous eagerness to grab. When it is turned towards God, that is good. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, even these three qualities, among these three qualities, when a devotee is having a tamasic bhakti, he has burning faith. Burning faith, jalanta vishwas. Burning faith means tremendous faith, confidence that I am going to achieve it. And faith is the root of all success, particularly in spiritual life. If you go to any master, he cannot show you God. He cannot immediately give you all this realization of God. He only says, son, believe it. There is God and there are the paths to lead to God. You follow according to your own choices. You like to go according to the path of knowledge, or the unselfish work, or the bhakti, or the meditation, whatever you like. But do it sincerely. I am telling you, you will reach over there. We have to have faith. That is the faith. I am only believing the words of that person, my guru, because I am not seeing, touching, feeling, nothing is there. Then the master gave a very unique idea. He said, the quality of tamas can be used for the welfare of others. The welfare of others means যদি if তমগুণের মোড় ফিরিয়ে দিলে ঈশ্বর লাভ হয়। তমগুণের মোড় ফিরিয়ে দিলে, if you turn that, the tremendous faith, tremendous desire to get, to achieve, to be successful towards God, you are successful. And some of the people, most of the Indian film, if you see, there are some this type of people who are tamagunis. They are all the time cheating people, grabbing the land, torturing, and just to get some name and fame in this world. Suppose that type of temperament, the mentality, if they turn towards God, I must achieve God, I must realize God, I must get God, I must reach over there. The same mental attitude, the strong attitude, reaching over there, only turning this. I am going to kill that person for sure, I am going to torture him, I am going to grab his land. That same attitude, turning towards God, I am going to get God, realize God, reach to the God, and he will achieve. That Sri Ramakrishna is a great master, and he is telling, if you are having even this type of bad qualities, utilize that, turn it. If you have seen the people who are sailing the boat, there will be tremendous wind, and that is dangerous for the boat, but they utilize the wind. There will be unfurl, and they will use that, the power of wind, to go. Now even the modern aircraft, sometimes they know the air is flowing from Chicago towards Houston and like that. Right now the Swami who came, he rang me to tell that he has already reached over there, Houston, and he was telling, though the flight was 15 minutes late, but we reached 5 minutes earlier because tail air, utilizing that air, they are utilizing the force, which is dangerous, but utilizing that. Similarly, tamaguna is dangerous, but when you are utilizing it properly, it moves toward the God. Then the master gave an eunuch that quality can be. Then he was giving the examples of the physicians and the three different types of religious teachers. The inferior physician, he only gives the medicine and never care about whether the person has been cured or not. He just simply give the medicine and forget about the patient. The mediocre also similarly, have you taken? You should take, this will do you good, that much. But the third one, he will go to his house also, hey, are you taking it or not? You have come to me to be cured, and I have to see that you are cured, and I will force you to do it. And Sri Ramakrishna appreciating this type of doctors. So this is the similar way the spiritual teachers also. The inferior teacher only gives the instruction to the disciple. Go and repeat the name of God, but then he forgets. Second type, the mediocre, makes the repeated effort to help the disciple. And the third, best teacher, goes to the length of using force when he finds the student persistently unyielding. So this is the way one has to. Swami Vivekananda, when he started this organization, before that, among the Hindus, monks, there is no organization, all individual. The monks the person used to go to a guru, get the instruction, sannyasa, he used to be there or may go out and practice, it is up to them. But Swami Vivekananda said, no, you have to be here. And then what happened? He told, early morning at 3:30, there will be bell, you have to get up, get yourself ready. 4 o'clock, there will be Mangalarti, you have to attend that. Then there will be 1.5 hour meditation, you have to sit over there. Then only you can come back and take a cup of tea. If you are not attending the temple, whole day food, you own gate from the ashrama, you have to go out and beg. Then some of his direct disciples, his brothers, they were objecting, what is it? You are giving the ring and then I have to get up, then I have to meditate. Sometimes I am meditating in the dead night up to 3, 4 o'clock. Then I return and go to bed. Now, because of your bell, I have to get up again at 3:30, and what is it? I won't follow this. Vivekananda said, it is not for you. It is for the young disciples who are coming. They must do it. And the hunger is such a thing that will force him to do it. You must have to do. The wife of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vishnu Priya, her name was Vishnu Priya. She used to go on counting the name of God and to keep one rice separately. As many names she used to take, so many rices, and that much rice she could cook and eat herself. And then Vishnu Priya knew that because of the hunger, physical hunger, I need to eat little more. He will be going on taking the name of God more, so that the number of the rice will be more, the food will be little more. So physically and that hunger will be satisfied. So this way also, that is called practicing austerity. Then some people, they will practice austerity in the way, then when it is full moon, they will take the full plate, full food. Next, little less, little less, little less, little less. That will go on like this. And in the Amavasya, the dark night, no food at all. Then they will go on increasing a little and little and little like that. In the Purnima, again full plate. So the whole month goes like this, and they will go on increasing their japa accordingly. So that is also different way people, they are using it, because best teacher. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he told the Master Mahashaya, who was that time, he was an MA, he was graduated from the university. And he told, you should not argue about God. Whatever I say, you must follow. But about Narendranath, afterwards Swami Vivekananda, he told, you must go on arguing for everything. And he used to ask him to argue in English. Though Sri Ramakrishna was not understanding English that way, but he told, no, that doesn't matter. Speak in English, because he knew he has to come to America, to Europe, and the language will be useful. So that way, a different way, forcing them to practice. So this is the best teacher, goes to the length of using force when he finds a student persistently unyielding. Normally, tamas are all bad qualities, but if you are using it properly, it helps. Then you heard him saying, to answer the question of the Brahma devotees, he was telling this, that has God form or has he none? So this question, many people they used to ask Sri Ramakrishna, and he used to reply. Even the great Swami Vivekananda, when he was young, he had a doubt, and he never believed that God can have forms. And he never went to the Kali temple where Sri Ramakrishna stayed. He never visited Kali temple, never paid his offering his respect to that goddess. Sri Ramakrishna didn't say anything, but he was going on telling indirectly that God can be in form and without form. Because of the influence of the Brahma Samaj, almost all of us, we know that was a social movement, social spiritual movement to protect the Hindus, because the Hindus were confused whether we have gods and goddesses, so many, 30 million gods and goddesses. Is it possible? How God can be in so many different forms when God is all pervading? How God again can be in a form, in a murti, in an idol? It was a confusing so. But Sri Ramakrishna answered very nicely. He said, no one can say with finality that God is this and nothing else. How can you say that God is only this much and God cannot be that? Who are you to say that? The moment you say it is blasphemous against God. God can be this, God may be anywhere, in every form. It doesn't matter for God because He is all powerful. In the Taittiriya Upanishad also it is said, but here we find if one analyzes oneself, one does not find any such thing as I. We are going on telling, but Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, suppose you analyze, do you see? Can you find out who you are? No. Then he is giving an example. Take an onion, for instance. First of all, you peel off the red outer skin, then you find thick white skins, peel these off one after another, and you won't find anything inside. How nicely he is giving the example. When you are going to know who am I, we don't find anything. Am I the mind? Am I the physical body? Am I the name? Am I the form? Who am I? The doctors, they know what is there inside the body. How many veins, what are the blood and the bones and marrow, and so many things are there. But where is I? Without the I, this body is no use. With all the bone and marrow and blood and heart and everything, if that I is not there, it is dead. And if you try to find the I anywhere, nowhere. Only for the medical doctors, modern medical doctors, if the heart is beating, I is there. And if the heart is not there, not beating, I is not there. So where is the I? You cannot find it, but I is the main thing. In the whole personality, I is the main. So here Swami Sri Ramakrishna is telling, in that state a man no longer finds the existence of ego. I, everywhere, everything is I. That is the ego. Now when we are discriminating, we do not find the ego. And who is there left to seek it? Who can describe how he feels in that state? In his own pure consciousness about the real nature of Brahman? Then again, that is the speciality of Sri Ramakrishna. He will tell something and immediately give an example so that people can understand. He said, once a salt doll, a doll made of salt, went to measure the depth of the ocean. No sooner was it in the water than it melted. Now, who was to tell the depth? And through this example, he is telling, we are from the consciousness. Everything is that we see is nothing but the consciousness. And when we reach back to the consciousness, what happened? We are melted, as if. And who will come back to tell about that depth, about that consciousness? As the doll, salt doll, who was made of the salt of that ocean, went inside the water to measure, melted. It never came back. Excellent way he is mentioning. Some of the people, they will be arguing, why you cannot explain about God? This is the reason. Because we cannot, because we are mixed with that. Who will come back? There is no sign of perfect knowledge. There is a sign of perfect knowledge. Man becomes silent. When it is attained, then the I, which may be linked to the salt doll, melts in the ocean of existence, knowledge, bliss absolute, and becomes one with it. Not the slightest trace of distinction is left. So what happens when we realize God? We become God. And we mixed with that consciousness, those who are striving on the path of knowledge, what happens to them? They melt in that consciousness, they become conscious. Total, absolute. One drop of water, it was falling from the sky and it was shouting, "Oh, I am going to lose my personality." And then when it fell in the ocean, what it became? Ocean itself. The drop of water became the ocean. Similarly, the I that we always think, when we go to that state, we mix with that. As long as his self-analysis is not complete, man argues with much ado. But he becomes silent when he completes it. When the empty pitcher has been filled with water, when the water inside the pitcher becomes one with the water of the lake outside, no more sound is heard. Sound comes from the pitcher as long as the pitcher is not filled with water. How he is trying to explain. When there is an empty pitcher, we are trying to take the water from the ocean or from the river or from the pond. There is a sound, water is going in. But when the pitcher is full and it is one with the external water, there is no sound at all. That similarly, when a person is trying to realize God, he is going on arguing whether the God has a form or without form, whether the God can be realized through the bhakti or devotion, or through jnana, or through karma, or through meditation. There are so many paths out there, and each one is claiming mine is the best. But when one realizes the true God, he sees that everything is nothing but the God. All are leading to the same goal. One lady has sent an email giving how in different religion, in the same religion, one God, one holy book, one religion, but they are fighting among themselves. And there are so many varieties. Why? Because of this. Some people will be only describing in such a way then as if that is the only thing that you have to practice. It's nothing like that. According to the temperament, if I feel that that is the temperament, that my temperament is this, I should go accordingly. And this is what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling. All trouble and botheration come to an end when I dies. So why we are fighting? So many meetings will be there all over the world, and they are all meeting. The political meetings are there, religious meetings are there. The religious teachers are appealing to the people, have peace, peace and peace. But who is going to keep the peace? Because the I is so big, we are not going to the root. We are only apparently telling, if you are not keeping the peace, then we will impose all these things on you. There will be no business with your country, there will be no connection with your country. All these things we are going to impose on you. But it goes on. And if you go and tell people, see, you are from the same clan, you are born and brought up in the same area, why you are fighting? They won't listen. And when there is no external enemy, then they will fight among themselves. We are seeing it happening in every country, so many places. Why? Because the root is I, that ego. Those people are fighting, whose picture we see in the newspapers and the TV, they are only external. They are nobody. The leaders sitting somewhere, you cannot see them. And when everything is successful, after 1 million people died, and he becomes the prime minister or the president of that country, then only you can see the person full of ego. And because of that I, because of that ego, so many he sacrificed. So many people died. And how to eradicate this? Sri Ramakrishna is telling only ego. Only ego can help if we can eradicate. We have to reach to that point, ego. I conscious, who am I? If you analyze, we can understand we are nobody. How can we say that I am doing this, I am doing that, I can do this? So this is the point we have to understand if we have to keep peace and harmony among different type of people. All trouble and botheration come to an end when the I dies. You may indulge in thousands of reasoning, but still the I does not disappear. For people like you and me, it is good to have the feeling, I am a lover of God. Now he is giving a different idea, a very good idea. This is a spiritual for the spiritual development. And he is telling, if you think that God is one, he is formless, I am going to realize God, and as because I have understood God in this form, this way, this method, everyone should follow me. All other ideologies are bad and wrong. I have to fight with that ideologies. That is wrong. You have to realize God first. Have you realized? I think I told you that young lady in the Andaman when I was there, the young girl. She was coming from a religious organization after praying, and she thought I was sitting over there in Andaman. We had an open court here. In Andaman population is very less. It's difficult to find people. So poor lady, she found only me. She found, and she came to tell me about her own faith. You read this book. I thought, why? You will get peace. I told, I am already in peace. So why should I have to read these books? I am making jokes with that. Then he said, if you read this book and practice the instructions, you will go to heaven. I told, are you practicing? Have you read these books? Yes. Are you practicing? Yes. Have you visited heaven? No. But I hope I will go. I said, you are trying to reach heaven. I am also trying to reach heaven in my own way. Let both of us go and let us see who is the first. If I reach over there, I will wait to welcome you. If you are there first, you be there to welcome me. But let me go in my own way. Then she understood. So that is what the teaching of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. The moment I think I am trying to realize God in this way, this is the perfect path, because I have chosen. Problem is not with the God. Problem is not with the religion or the philosophy. Problem is with I. I have chosen this path, and this is the best path. Everyone should follow these, or otherwise they are all fools. This is the peculiar notion is creating all problem. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling over here, talking with the Brahmo devotees, and he is telling them that you are trying to follow the path of knowledge. Do you think it is so easy? The Shaguna Brahma here, when they were talking with this, the perfect knowledge makes one silent. And we find in the Taittiriya Upanishad, and Master Mahashaya, who has noted all the conversation of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, is mentioning that from the Taittiriya Upanishad, Yato Vacha Nibartante Aprapya Manasa Saha. As if the word, the vacha, the word, the expression, the speech, along with the mind, traveled to reach that Brahman, the source. And after reaching over there, it became dumbfounded. It could not express anything. And the mind also could not grab anything, could not conceive anything. It's so vast and so big. Sometimes when you go and see an unique, the vastness in the ocean or the beauty of the nature, we are dumbfounded. We try to click our cameras to grab that, only a little portion of it. But the huge, those things, the beauties, unthinkable. You cannot express it. Long back when I was very young, I went to a top of a hill to see the sunrise on Mount Everest. Even today, I wonder how beautiful that was. On the Mount Everest, when you see the sun is rising, you can't see the sun, but the light is only reflecting over there. And millions of clouds, small clouds, they reflected that light as if the millions of birds of different color flying. And then slowly that light is coming on the snow peak of the Himalaya. There's a small place, and it is shadowed and light in such a way as if a golden seat is over there. How can I describe? Unless and until you go and see, it's impossible to describe. Even the camera, the view also won't be able to. So that is called self-realization. And similarly, when one reaches over there, before the God, dumbfounded. It cannot express. Only it say, Soham, 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 and nothing else. I am He, I am He, I am He. Because he sees that great reflection within his own heart. That is the reason it says, Yato vacha nivartante. The words, along with the mind, turn back, come back. Mind and speech cannot act over there. Our mind can conceive only those things which we can understand within the time frame. And there is a cause of it. Then only we can understand. When there is no cause, there is no time, and there is no space, how can you conceive that idea? No, you cannot. And sometimes some people who wants to meditate on the eternal. What is eternal? Is only the word that you are telling. Can you understand it? Can you conceive it? All pervading is a beautiful word. But when you are meditating, can you really conceive that idea? All pervading. What is all? Only from your rooftop, whatever the sky you can see, that is all. We do not understand what is all. All pervading God means what? Unthinkable. We cannot think of. Even the universe that we see is only the galaxies in the sun. There are so many other galaxies also there. Can you conceive that idea? When in the physical world we cannot conceive that idea, how we can think of the spiritual, all pervading God? We cannot. It's all merciful. What do you mean by mercy? I do go on doing mistakes and mischiefs and wrongs, and I am not getting punished. Oh, all merciful God, is it? It's not like that. The mercy means what? All mercy means it is total love. And what is that love? A pure love. And that love always keeps an eye on you. And sometimes it is behaving in a cruel way, punishing you because it loves you. The mother will look at the child, frowning at the child to stop that because she loves the child. Other ladies, they will only take that fun. Oh, sweet boy, breaking so many things. Good, go on breaking. Unless and until you are breaking your own thing, we have no problem. The sweet boy, go on breaking. But the mother knows that I have to stop that child behaving like peculiarly. She will go, sometimes she will be scolding, sometimes you stop. And in Europe and America, they don't beat the children, but they will keep in the corner. They will put the child in the corner in one room, go and sit over there, that is the punishment. So this way, in our country, there is nothing like, because no corner, there is no time. So giving a nice beating. In Andaman, we had 50 boys, orphan boys. They were very, very naughty, unthinkable naughty. So just to punish them. I never used those, but different type of canes I kept, only to show what you have done this, so this type of cane will be used for you. So if you are doing little more, so this cane, there is a big bamboo, and the ultimate thing is this bamboo, I will beat you. But they are children, I never use those things. One German young girl, she a visitor, tourist, she went over there and she was inquiring about those canes. So how do you use these canes? Then just jokingly, I told, what you are doing with this cane? I told, lady, you won't understand if I explain, but I can show you in practice. She told, my God, I cannot think of it and all that. So they're making fun. So you have to, different way, you have to control because you love. One little boy came, his mother left him over there and he started crying. Though he was a small one, but his voice was so shrill, it was impossible to sleep. Day and night she was going on crying. Tremendous energy to cry, making us mad and what to do. Then one day suddenly, the first day, second day, third day, suddenly it occurred to me, he is the only stopping when he is taking food. Immediately after food, start the crying. It was going on for 2 days. Third day, I found, oh, there is a, okay. Then all the boys came back from the school. He was not going to school at all. He was going on sitting over there and crying. So when all boys came, I told, hey, there is a beautiful thing that you will listen today. And in melodious voice, he can cry. That he will show you today. In a circle you stand and he will cry. And I put him in the center. I told, now you cry. You could not. He stopped crying. And all boys, they were hungry because they have returned back from the school. They were, hey, start crying. And he was doing, from that day onwards, he stopped crying. So you have to take different type of measure to stop these things. And when you are handling the children, you should have lot of patience. So this way, it goes on. And where Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when you are trying to reach God, you should have lot of patience. And along with the patience, love. You should have patience because you know that you have to eradicate, you have to wipe off, you have to throw all those things that you have collected all through your life. So many lives we have lived in the past, we do not know. It is not only this life, it is not only the impression that we are accumulating in this life. In past lives also so much of accumulation. And slowly we have to eradicate those things. Then only the pure mind will come. There is a beautiful Belgium glass mirror, but for 100 years dirt, it covered it. You cannot look at that, no reflection. And to find that glass, the reflection of the mirror, you have to go on rubbing it, washing it, cleaning it. Then one day suddenly you will find that original. Similarly, our mind, it is ready to be reflected with that God. And that moment it will be reflected, we know that we are nothing but the same, that God. Now when we say, the Vedantin, they say, I am God myself, the other will say it is hypocrisy, it is blasphemy. How can you say that you are God? You are making mistakes, you are telling lies, your life is so short. How can you be God who is all pervading, eternal? And then we say, unless and until you realize, you won't. This physical body, it has limit. But the self, eternal. Self, totally pure. Self, all pervading. Self, all powerful. Swami Vivekananda, when he came in contact with the self, the Atman, the Brahman, then he said, I can make all people, the millions and thousands of people that can change their mind at a moment, in this moment, but I won't do that. Tremendous power comes. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he is going to house, meeting with the people. He's an ordinary, just like ordinary person. And some people ignoring him, some people criticizing him, some people challenging him, he is patient. But constantly going and asking them, why don't you discuss about God? You were discussing about so many other things. Why not discuss about God? Why not talk about God? Why not take the name of God? So this way he is telling all trouble and botheration come to an end when the I dies. You may indulge in thousands of reasoning, but still the I does not disappear. For the people like you and me, now he is telling people like you and me, he is also keeping in the same level. It is good to have the feeling, I am a lover of God. I love God. So this is the easiest way to realize God. The Shaguna Brahma is meant for the bhaktas. Now he goes into a little philosophy. Shaguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. Brahman means all pervading consciousness. Now it has two different shapes. One is Sa Guna. Sa Guna, Guna means qualities. Sa means with. When with qualities, Swaguna Brahma. Then it takes the form, then we can worship, then we can put the garland, then we can cook food for that God, and we can cry, we can pray, we can fight, we can have every relation with that God. It's called Saguna. Sa means with, Guna means qualities. What are the qualities? Sattva, Raja, Tama and all these qualities. Everything is there in that. In other words, a bhakta believes that God has attributes and reveals himself to men as a person. Assuming forms, Mirabai, a little girl of 6 years, when she was observing a procession that was passing through her house, and she was thinking, why these people are singing and dancing, so much of music, so much of decoration, Father? His father, the king, said, oh, they are going to marry. It's a marriage party. Then she said, I will also marry because of the fun of it, the dance and decorations and all. Then she was going on pestering the father, and father said, okay, now this is your husband, Krishna. In the house there was a Krishna Murti was there, image was there. Now this is your husband. Little girl couldn't understand what is husband. She started thinking, as all the children, they will be playing with the dolls, she started playing with Krishna, and what I have to do for the husband? Then all elderly people jokingly said, you have to wash the feet, you have to decorate, you have to prepare food, you have to talk with your husband, you have to take all care, and she went on doing like that. And slowly, her God became Krishna, person. And the other person who is worshipping something else, oh, why Krishna? It is of no value. Because for her, God has taken the shape of Krishna. So this is Hanumana, it is Ramachandra. Srinathe Janakinathe Abheda Paramatmani. I know with the Srinatha and Janakinatha. Janaki means the Sita. Sita's husband, Rama. And Sri means Lakshmi. Lakshmi's husband is Krishna. So Srinathe, that means Krishna. Janakinathe, that means Rama. I know Aveda, they are all same. Both are same. Hanumana, he is telling, I know both are same, but I love Rama. I want to see Rama's picture. Srinathe Janakinathe Abheda Paramatmani Mama Sarvasya Dhana Rama Kamala Lochana. But my love only for the Sri Ramachandra, whose eyes are big, I love Rama. We went to Gangotri, the place from where the Ganga begins. Very difficult. Nowadays, it has become more difficult, that place. The Gangotri, where from the Ganga begins, is a huge glacier. And just before that, I think 11 kilometers before that particular spot, there is an ashrama. the Lal Baba, they said. One sadhu, his only service is to give hot tea to all the people who are coming to that place, and in the night, hot khichdi, the rice and dal and all that preparing. And if you are not taking that khichdi, you won't get the blankets. He won't give the blankets to sleep. It's so cold. So naturally, you have to wait for the bhoga, and bhoga for Rama, and Sri Rama. And that man was very peculiar. That we met him. He was having only nothing in the body. Only in his feet, he was wearing red color socks. That's Lal Baba. Lal means red. He used to wear only red socks. That's why people used to call him Lal Baba. Baba means the father. Now this Lal Baba told that you have to attend the prayer also. We attended prayer. It was so cold outside. Before the temple, we had to wait, and the cold wind. And I was thinking, my God, when they complete this arati? They are going on, arati, Jai Rama, Jai Rama. They complete it quickly. I was praying to Rama to complete it as quickly as possible because it was so cold outside. Then I found, so some picture, I went little near to the temple gate, I found Sri Ramakrishna's picture. My God. Sri Rama I respect, but Sri Ramakrishna I love. The moment I saw Sri Ramakrishna, all that cold wind, all that problem, everything went, oh, Thakur is here. I was very eager to go inside the temple. I was waiting for all people to go away. Then I talked with that Swami, can I go inside? I went and I called my other monastic brothers, 4 of us were there. So we all went inside, sat over there, chanted Thakur's name. I forgot that we have to take food, we have to take the blankets, we are tired because love for that particular God. So that's why Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I am a lover of God. But again, there are so many rooms for us. Which God? Anyone you like, anyone. This is the beauty of the Sanatana Dharma. Any God you like, whichever, no problem. Allah, Jesus, Bhagavan Buddha, all the Hindu pantheons, all gods and goddesses, no problem. Only say, I love that God, and love should be genuine. And he was really genuine for the Saguna Brahman is meant for the bhaktas. In other words, a bhakta believes that God has attributes and reveals himself to man as a person, assuming forms. It is he who listens to our prayers. The prayers that you utter are directed to him alone. You are bhaktas, not jnanis or Vedantists. Jnanis or Vedantists, they are totally different type. I was telling you about the Swami, the direct disciple of Swami Vivekananda. He was a Vedantist. He used to think that God is all pervading. In the Ramakrishna mission, in Advaita Ashrama, he was the first president of the Advaita Ashrama, Sharupananda. In those days, he was a very good student of a famous university. And when he joined, Swami Vivekananda said, we have an achievement. He's such a nice boy. And he was a Vedantin. You know, he used to come to Belur Math at a time of prayer, he used to close all the doors and windows inside the room and pluck his both the ear so that he should not hear the Khandana Bhava Bandhana, that prayer. That is Vedanta. And he had lot of other things, good qualities. Only never looked at the image of Sri Ramakrishna. He is a monk of the Ramakrishna order, never looked at the Sri Ramakrishna. Another Swami was there, he was the manager of the Belur Math. And in Belur Math every day there is a function. Is the Vedantin and the Dvaitin mixed. So every day you will go and there is a function going on, puja is going on. All people, hundreds and thousands, they will be coming. He is the manager to look after. He used to go inside the temple to see that everything is all right, but instead of like this, he used to put his hand at the back. So people should not misunderstand that he has come to the temple to offer pranam. He looked at the Thakur and said, hey, you people are not cleaning the image properly, because he is the manager, he is supposed to look after this. And he was very careful about every small thing, but never offered pranam to Thakur, Vedantin, Bharat Maharaj, Swami Abhayananda ji. This is Ramakrishna mission. Both goes. Together, no problem. Some are very active, going out to help people, and they won't even take the time for meditation, anything. They are so eager to help people, they will be going every nook and corner to help the people. Karma yogi. And one person told, one Swami, he was a karma yogi. He used to go around to help people. Anybody in difficulty, he will be there. And another Swami told him, I never see you sitting for meditation or taking the name of God. He said, I don't have time because all gods are suffering over there. How can I sit over here taking the name of God when the God is suffering over there? Then he was a devotee, so he used to think that one should be sitting inside the temple, taking the name of God. He was a karmi. Then he told this his friend, the other, see, the last day when I will die, I will show you that I am in the right track. And it really happened. Both of them, they were admitted in the hospital. In the Calcutta, we have a Ramakrishna Mission hospital, one block meant for the Swamis. And they were in the same room. And midnight, suddenly, he got up from the bed and then pushed him. Hey, get up, all of you, get up. Thakur has come to take me to his place. I am going. Goodbye to you all. He lied down and passed away. So these are the peculiar, very special, very wonderful, magical things we can say. Mystical things happen. All through his life, he is only thinking the living gods I have to serve. There was another Swami in the Kashi. Recently, he has passed away. All through his life, he used to stand like this and to do the services for the patients that used to come. Particularly those patients, whole body smelling, bad things are coming up, the oozing out. Unthinkable. I never went to that block because it is so repulsive. That Swami, he used to go from the morning to night standing over there, as because he used to stand on the floor, his legs became so heavy. He used to go on doing, and the moment he used to touch the patient, they will be cured. They are so happy. And he earned the name Moving Shiva. He was the living Shiva for the patients. They used to come and say, doctors are all right, but let the Swami come and touch me. He used to serve in that way, because Swami Vivekananda said, whoever will serve with 100% attention, not the patient, but the living Shiva, he himself will get the blessings of Shiva. And that way he was blessed. So Ramakrishna Mission is a university, we can say. So many different types of people are here, different types of temperament and mentality, and all are leading to God, God said. Here, I will just ask this question the person is asking, and we will conclude. Sir, is it possible for one to see God? If so, why can't we see Him? The Master said, yes, He can surely be seen. Look at it. No ambiguity. Perfect. He means the God can surely be seen. One can see Him, His forms and His formless aspects as well. How can I explain that to you? Then Brahma devotee is asking, what are the means by which one can see God? The special answer, the unique answer, only Sri Ramakrishna could give. No formalities, no formulas, nothing to do, only one simple thing. Can you weep? Weep for God. Can you cry? Cry for God. Thank you. Next day we will again read from here. Now we'll offer pranam to Sri Ramakrishna. You repeat with me. Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Drita Vigraham Vai Ishavattaram Parameshamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.